Hey guys, just quickly before we get into the actual nitty-gritty parts of this video, yes, I'm doing some upgrades in the background, but I've just went on to do the editing for the Hungarian GP, and it's been filled with placeholder clips. There is no video anymore. I'll just fill in what happened. Qualified right at the back of the grid. We had some engine problems in qualifying. Started right at the back, and then we got to about lap 7 of the race. Went to overtake Fernando Alonso, who is now in the McLarens, and you'll see some of the crazy transfers in this video. Who was now in the McLaren, and as he overtook me, we went round turn 1 where he overtook me, and after that I got past him going down into turn 2, and I went to cover him off, going down into turn 2, and he caught my rear wheel, and we ended up crashing out the race. It was a pretty spectacular crash, so we DNF'd in that race, but apart from that, nothing really happened in Hungary. I apologise once again, but really just mechanical issues with the recording, technical issues, sorry, with the recording. But yeah, so that was a good practice session, but it was only one because we do have qualifying for the Belgian GP here today, which the car is usually good around. When I drive on Belgium, anyways, it's usually pretty decent around Belgium. But just waiting now to go out on track. Now just skipping forward in time, just accelerating, advancing in time. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Just so we do have a good open track to ourselves. I'm usually good in Belgium, as I said, but apart from that, as we go down into turn 1 now, it is a clean turn in. It is a wee bit wider on the exit than I would have liked, but as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we do have engine components that which are worn as we go up our down the camel straight now on the run down into the chicane at the top of the hill. I thought it was first bus stop chicane, but now as we go into the final bus stop chicane, it was a strong sector 1 as an okay sector 2 from what I could see on the split times, but we do cross the line and we go up into 17th, and that was nowhere near enough for Q2. Apart from that, it was a good opening lap. We are improving on our time, but I don't think I'll go and push for another lap. Fuel's pretty low, as our engineer has said. Now coming down the camel straight, but that is Q1 done. We are out of Q1. The Williams Awasa goes to Williams. That's another transfer news as we replaced Awasa with Oscar Piastri. I should have said that at the start of the video. Our new teammate in with my team career mode is Oscar Piastri, which is pretty good. He is a pretty good driver, but looking at all the engine issues here, I am just going to replace 2 of the engine components that which are in trouble, but apart from that, nothing too major. But now going in to practice 2, the second and last practice of the weekend. So it looks like my screen froze there for a second, but we did get some good rewards from practice. But there you can see Oscar Piastri as a brand new teammate, but now for an absolutely soaking sprint race here in Belgium.
let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Norris, Ocon, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Stroll, Joe, Magnussen, Albon, De Vries, Iceman, Oscar Piastri, Iwasa and Logan Sargent. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Monsoon rain here in Belgium, full wet conditions, our first full wet condition race in the season. But can we get a good start here in Belgium? It's to the 5 red lights, it's 5 red lights out and away we do not go. It's a very slow start for us, and we're jumped by near enough everybody as we go on the run down into turn 1. I'm still not confident to put my foot down. I am going to go for just a wee bit of a dive bomb, maybe just try and sneak on the inside of Nick de Vries, but there is bodywork damage on the opening laps, which isn't the best here in Belgium, but apart from that we do get a good getaway through turn 1, lifting through a Rouge and Raddy on, but now to go down Camel Straight, deploying all the ERS in the world, just trying to catch up to the back. I did brake a lot earlier than I should have, but I did try just to get a good exit, but that didn't really work as I spin, and I've hit Nick de Vries, and we are out in this Belgium GP, and it is disaster, absolute disaster here in Belgium, and we've not had a strong start. On lap 1 we've crashed, and that is our hopes of scoring points. I'm pretty sure the hopes of scoring points was a bit slim at the start of this, but Fernando Alonso goes to McLaren, as you can see there. But now to an absolute bone dry Belgium GP.
Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike, and us here in the commentary box too. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Gasly, Ocon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Bottas, Albon, Joe, Iwasa, Magnussen, Sargent, Oscar Piastri, De Vries, Iceman, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Well, now we go to the grid here in Belgium. Soft to medium strategy. Not the worst strategy in the world. We are just going to lower the fuel by a wee bit. But now to go to the 5 red light here in Belgium. 4 lights are on, 5 lights are on, and it is lights out, and away we go. It's an okay start for us, as my screen shows there a wee bit, but it was a good start for the Red Bull of Perez and Charles Leclerc. We dived down the inside. A couple cars there were up into 17th. By turn 1, as we did start last here in Belgium, but now deploying ERS down straight up into Radion and Rouge. Now, but coming on the exit of Rouge and now down this camel straight now, deploying ERS, just trying to stick on the back of our teammate Oscar Piastri. We're not going to be close enough to overtake him into the first of three bus stop chicanes as we come round the right hander. Now, wee bit of track limits there. Excuse my voice, my nose is just a wee bit clogged this morning, but coming round the downhill right hander, just trying to catch up with Oscar Piastri as much as we can, and not let Kevin Magnussen, who is still in the Haas after the transfer window halfway through the season, obviously put in a really good performance, but now we're falling a wee bit behind from our teammate on lap 1 as we come through the second of 3 bus stop chicanes here in Belgium. Kevin Magnussen on our right side, we do keep in front of Kevin Magnussen, and now we have to go and try and chase down our teammate Oscar Piastri as we come round the right hander and now down this long winding straight, the back straight as I call it. We come round the faster left hander, the other fast left hander as we go now on the run down into the bus stop chicane. Can I try and go for the dive bomb on my teammate? I go for the dive bomb on Alexander Albon, who goes back to AlphaTauri. There's another transfer that you probably didn't see coming, but I didn't even mean to overtake Alex Albon. I just couldn't get the car slowed down. But now as we come down the camel straight, can we maybe try and overtake Aruma Iwasa, who was our former teammate? We do set purple sector 1. We're going to go right round the outside of Iwasa, and now we are up into 14th and now chasing down Lance Stroll on lap 3 of this 15 lap race here in Belgium. And can we possibly go on to score points? Because I do have to admit the pace is pretty good. We do get a good exit out of our radio, sorry, that isn't a Rouge. Now with DRS, a wee bit of ERS as well, just to push forward a bit from Lance Stroll as we go down into the bus stop chicane. We're ahead by the bus stop, the first of 3 bus stop chicanes, and now we have to go and try and chase down Valtteri Bottas. If we set purple set 1 as the yellow flag behind us as we come down the downhill right hander now on the run down into the downhill left hander. As we come round the light, there's red flags, our first red flags in this career mode, and there is red flags here in Belgium, and who would have seen that coming as we come round that left hander, and there was red flags here in Belgium. And now we have a second chance to try and get points, but I still cannot believe it. We starting on lap 8, so 2 laps cut out of this race, but I still cannot believe it as we get our first red flag here in Belgium. We are going to stick with the strategy. It says medium compound tyres to the end of this race, and hopefully we can pull off what we did last time. Is now we go and try to get another sensation, another good start for this race. But the 5 red lights are on now, and it is lights out, and away we go now. It took a minute there, but as we go to my point of view now, as we go down into turn 1, we're still in 13th. As we go down into turn 1, it's going to be 4 wide down into turn 1, and we're up into 8th momentarily, up into 9th now as we go and try and chase down Pierre Gasly for 8th position. But absolutely insane team, 4 wide going into turn 1. We do have to lift just a wee bit as we go for the middle of a Rouge and Radio, but now deploying ERS up and maxing out through 8th here. We're alongside Pierre Gasly going down into the bus stop chicane. I'm going to have the inside line, Pierre Gasly's going to have the outside line. I'm going to pinch him just a wee bit to the inside. We do get the overtake done on Pierre Gasly as we move up into 8th, and now going to try and chase down Fernando Alonso in that McLaren as we cross the line at the end of lap 8 as we go on to lap 9 now. Now skipping a bit into lap 9, Lando Norris, who moved up into 8th, is going to try and go right round my outside. I'm going to try and get the run on him on the exit of the chicane. I do get the run on him down the inside of the tight right hander in a heavy braking zone. Right hander, we do get past Lando Norris, but now he is going to try and chase back down after us. We go into turn 1. We couldn't get past us, but we do lock up just a wee bit going into turn 1, and Pierre Gasly gets fires going down into turn 1. We are going to try and keep alongside them as we go on the run down into a Rouge and Radion now. Through a Rouge and through Radion now. We do get a really good run on Pierre Gasly. I don't even think we need DRS as we are right up a gearbox. The point about ERS, just to be safe, we do get past Pierre Gasly. Lando Norris looks like he wants a bit of the action, but I'm not going to let him have a bit of the action. We do stay up in 8th on lap 10 of this 15 lap race here in Belgium. But now coming round the downhill right hander where we overtook Lando Norris, and Lando Norris is going to return the favour and overtake us a lap later. But now deploying ERS. Can we maybe try and sneak up the inside? No, we cannot try and sneak up the inside. Can we maybe try and sneak round the outside of Lando Norris? It is going to be tight. We are going to keep right on his gearbox though. Going in to the bus stop chicane, we're going to go for the dive bomb. We're going to keep that inside line. He is going to fight us back though on the outside. We are going to get DRS on Lando Norris as we go down the main straight now. We do get a good run out of the final turn of the bus stop chicane, and we are going to try and go right round the outside of Lando Norris going down into turn 1. It isn't going to work as he has a wee bit of a squabble. We have to back out essentially, but now lifting just a wee bit so we don't go right into his gearbox. On the rundown into a Rouge and Radion now through Radion. Can we just try and get the run on that we did on Pierre Gasly? We do get the run on Lando Norris like we did on Pierre Gasly. I think it's even a better run than we did on Pierre Gasly. But now skipping ahead a bit into lap 11, we are still ahead of Lando Norris, but he is going to attack us down into the chicane. We are going to have the inside line. We're going to go a wee bit wide, maybe a wee bit too tight actually. If we slow down too much, we're down into 9th position. It is still points, but can we maybe try and fight back against Lando Norris as we go a wee bit too wide in the dirty air of Lando Norris? Pierre Gasly is going to try and get a bit of the action and get past us on lap 11 of this race, but isn't going to work if we stay ahead of him. And now going to try and chase down Lando Norris on lap 11 of this race as we go down into the bus stop chicane. We are going to try and go for the dive bomb. No, I'm not. I didn't want to try and risk anything. We do get the away from Lando Norris though, because we did kind of hang back through the bus stop chicane. He is starting to pull away from us just a wee bit though. We go through turn 1 now. Can we maybe try and stick with Lando Norris on the run down into a Rouge and Radion? But now down the old pit straight as we go through a Rouge and Radion now. Through Radion now, can we get a good run on Lando Norris as we go through the camel straight? Instead of here comes Sebastian Vettel, it's here comes Jay. We do get past Lando Norris up into the bus stop chicane now, and it is going to be 8th position once again. But on lap 12 of this race, I do go a wee bit too wide to take the wrong line going through that fast section. But now, can we try and get past Lando Norris? No, we can't. Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, sorry, the other Alpine is going to try and get a piece of this action. It isn't going to work, though it is going to work. It goes upper inside. We do get DRS on Lando Norris, though. We go on to lap 13 of this race. Down the camel straight, and it is going to be once again. Here comes Jay. We get past Lando Norris, and we get up into 8th once again. And I think 8th is where we are meant to be. We do go a wee bit wide through the exit of that right hander. And now coming through the fast left hander, you do have to kind of lift just a wee bit if you're in dirty air. You do get a good run on Lando Norris, so on the outside it isn't going to work. On the outside we do move over to the racing line. Esteban Ocon doesn't want to go for anything too risky. We do get DRS on Lando Norris once again, and it is basically just a game of cat and mouse for me and Lando Norris on lap 14 of this race now, the penultimate lap. But now skipping ahead into lap 14 just a wee bit, we do make a wee bit of contact with Lando Norris' rear end as he tries to cover us off. We do get past Lando Norris and we are back up into 8th position on the penultimate lap of this race, and hopefully we can hold on till the checkered flag as we come down the hill now into the fast downhill right hander. Can we just try and stick ahead of Lando Norris as much as we can as we go on the run down now into this downhill left hander? Lando Norris is right up on my gearbox, but isn't going to work. There's yellow flag in sector 3, which is a bit surprising, but it's Pierre Gasly is out of the session. We go a wee bit wide down into turn 1, and Lando Norris gets past us on the last lap of the race. Can we try and fight back on the run down into a Rouge and Radion? We are going to get DRS on Lando Norris because he did overtake us down into turn 1. Big mistake from Lando Norris. We do get the arrest on Lando Norris again, getting caught up in his rear end. No front wing damage. We do get another warning. If we got one more, that would have been a 5-second time penalty. But it isn't going to matter though, as we get past Lando Norris. But here comes Esteban Ocon down my inside. He is going to take 8th place off of me. I'm going to try and hold on to the inside line. We're going to go for the dive bomb into the last turn. It is risky. We do get past Esteban Ocon through his turn, through the last turn. We are going to cross the line to take 8th place position in this race, and I'm pretty sure that is 5 points now on the board if I'm not mistaken.
Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. Let's have a look then.
As I was just off, it is 4 points. You get 48th position, but it is still a 4 points that we could use in the Constructors 1 and in the driver standings. But now, after an absolutely incredible race, Max Verstappen wins the sprint race and the actual race. Charles Leclerc on the podium with Lewis Hamilton, a very short podium there, but as you can see some of the transfers, Yuki Tsunoda goes to Haas, Axel Albon to AlphaTauri. There's Fernando Alonso in the McLaren once again. Hopefully he can bring a flow rate to McLaren, as he did leave Aston Martin, which is surprising as they are near the top of Formula 1. But I do hope you enjoyed that video, that episode of my My Team Career Mode, and I will see you next time for the Dutch GP in Zandvoort.